Aloha folks, my name is Spunks and I saw We Bare Bears the movie and it was very good. Now before we start, if you have not seen We Bare Bears, I highly recommend that you do not watch this movie because without going to spoilers, this is basically the ending to the show. It's basically the Ed and Eddie's Big Picture show of We Bare Bears, if you will. So if you have not seen the show and you're interested, do not start with the movie, start with the show. And if you've finished the series or if you feel like you're ready because there's no like story arcs, there's no hidden themes, it's not Steven Universe, it's a very episodic show, then give this movie a watch. But if you want to start with We Are Bears, you want to give it a chance, do not start with the movie. Now that that's out of the way, let's get on with the review. First off, the animation is solid, even though you can tell this was supposed to premiere on TV, but thanks to trolls, they released it on digital, because this movie looks near identical to the show. Like, there's nothing that makes it look cinematic or stands out from the show, apart from maybe some cool action set pieces, but it doesn't look bad either. The art style is very adorable, the characters move nice, and the backgrounds are beautifully drawn. And like I said, even though it doesn't have that cinematic feel or stands out from the show, it still looks very nice and very adorable. The best characters in the movie are the bears themselves. They play off each other very well. They got a unique dynamic, and they are insanely likable. You love seeing these bears together, and you want to see them succeed at the end. Even though they've done really stupid things, you really want them to succeed because they're very likable and they're not doing these things because they're like assholes or just because they feel like it. They're just a little naive. This movie's also really funny. I think it's even funnier than the show, honestly. I laughed out loud constantly throughout this movie, from what the bears are saying and to like some of the sight gags. And it does contain, like, the humor is definitely amped up from the movie, because the humor in the show is out there and insane, but it's like to a degree, where this movie is, they amp it up so much to the point where you just laugh. I also really like the message of the movie, which is about discrimination, and I felt like they tackled it in a very subtle and nuanced, well, maybe not nuanced, but in a nice way that kids can handle, and it didn't feel forced. They don't go as far as like Zootopia did, where it was like they handled it perfectly, but they did it in an I would say an acceptable way, if you will. And the way We Rare Bears can tell a message about discrimination, if you understand what I mean. Basically, what I'm saying is the message is well handled and not forced. It's not preachy in the slightest. The last good thing I can say about this movie is that as a series finale, like I said at the beginning of this video, it's a pretty good finale in my opinion. It perfectly ends the show in the best way it could. It doesn't go out with like a big bang, like with like I said before, Ed and Eddie the movie, but the way it ended was sweet. It was touching, and it ended better than Gumball, so there's that. But unfortunately, guys, I do have some issues with the movie. One big issue I have with it is that I feel like it suffers from the same problem Artemis Fowl does, and that it feels very short. Like, I know it's basically a TV movie and it was supposed to air on TV, on Cartoon Network, but I don't know. It just felt like some scenes were missing, and like at points the movie was going by way too fast. Like they could have added a little more to make the pacing and the scenes flow a bit more naturally. Also, like I said before, the animation doesn't really stand out compared to the show. Like I said before, it doesn't look bad, but it doesn't really do anything to distance itself or to like differentiate, like, yeah, this is the movie and this is the show. It just looks like the show, but with more new characters and more new locations. I was also very surprised with Outside of Charlie how little they give the supporting cast of the show nothing to do in this movie, because characters like Tabes, Chloe, and Nom Nom, uh, these really beloved characters on the show, they barely have any lines and are only they're basically just cameos, which really disappointed me because I wanted to see how they would integrate the characters into the movie because, like I said, it's a finale, so you want to give all the characters something to do, but I guess they didn't have anything to do, which was really disappointing. And my last complaint with this movie is that I felt the villain was weak. I mean, sure, there are some scenes where he's intimidating, and I liked how he played off with the officer character, but outside of that, he's very uninteresting. They don't give him a reason for hating the Bears. He just does. And for the message this movie's telling, I thought they could have done so much with him, but they really didn't, which is kind of sad. But even with those issues, I still thoroughly enjoyed We Bare Bears the movie. It's got solid animation, it's very funny, it's got a good message about discrimination, and it's a perfect finale for a really good show. If you're a fan of the show like I am, definitely go check this movie out. It's a must watch for all fans of the show. But if you're not a fan, like I said before, I'd say watch the show first and then give this movie a chance because, like I said, it's the ending, and I don't think you should start off with the ending if you're new to the show. And so those are my thoughts on We Bare Bears the movie. What did you guys think of it? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Comment down below and let me know. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you like this channel, hit that subscribe button. Follow me on all social media links at the end of the video. And until next time, guys, stay sharp.